Hey everybody, it's Jonathan from Unmask Our Kids CT, Connecticut Parents. How's it going? Hey, just wanted to go live this morning and provide an update on what's happening around the state of Connecticut right now. There's a lot of interesting issues that are going to be coming up really quickly here. I know it's like January, it's freezing out right now, but there's going to be opportunities for us to get vocal about unmasking our kids, and the governor is potentially proposing renewing the state of emergency coming up at the beginning of the next legislative session, which is happening basically the first week of February. So whether he renews the state of emergency or he just recommends that the legislature puts a whole bunch of these things into actual law, which probably could even be worse, across the state, we're going to need concerned residents and parents to be speaking out. Now that the Omicron variant wave is starting to subside, now it's time to get vocal again about unmasking our kids and pushing for our mass choice here in the state of Connecticut, because if people like Governor Lamont and Scott Gottlieb have their way, they were trying to put your kid in a N95 mask at school all day. That's what they're trying to do. So we need to counteract that, push back the other way with unmasking the kids, mass choice. So we want to get vocal about that. I just ordered, there actually have a ton of new Unmask Our Kids CT lawn signs in stock. So my next goal is going to be to figure out some sign pickup locations around the state, start distributing signs. So things that are coming up on the calendar for Connecticut Liberty Rally and Unmask Our Kids CT is next Tuesday the 18th. I'm having a planning on an organizational meeting, kind of meet with some people that are interested in maybe volunteering and helping more with the Connecticut Liberty Rally and Connecticut Parents. So that's going to be Tuesday night at 6 in New Britain. Event details ctliberty.org/events. The other official thing we have going on is the Connecticut Liberty Night, which is going to be just a fun banquet. It's costing about $55 per person just to have fancy dinner and a DJ, and we're charging $75. So it's not really a big money-making event necessarily. It's more for a freedom-minded people to get together, come out, hang out. There's going to be some organizational tables, probably some. We're going to invite some other Connecticut action groups out to get information. But right now there's about 100 tickets sold. So it's going to be a fun night already. We're hoping that 200 people will come out, maybe 300 people will come out. So if you're interested in that, ctlibertynight.com to get tickets. But in between, now and then, the legislative session is going to start. And we want to really just pick back up with making sure we're being vocal about unmasking our kids, mass choice in our schools. So this is a great time to get back to your Board of Ed meetings, making sure you're out there speaking out. I'm planning to do some kind of rally protest at the beginning of the legislative session, which will coincide with Governor Lamont having this call for the renewal of the state of emergency, or trying to make some of the BS he's doing law, which would be probably worse. So anticipate we'll be standing out on a cold February day coming up in less than a month. Try to organize a protest probably at the Capitol, at the Legislative Office building, when the legislators are coming into the office the first week of the new session. So that's going to be coming up as well. So look out for an announcement for that. Look out for an announcement for lawn sign pickup. If you want to distribute lawn signs in your town, in your community, be available for people to pick up Unmask Our Kids lawn signs. What I really want to do now that we get past this wave before they kind of make this stuff permanent for the rest of the whole spring is push back out there with Unmask Our Kids. Get the lawn signs back out there. We actually have credit based on there was a kind of a billing error. We have one billboard credit, so I'm planning on putting up that one billboard pretty as soon as possible. Probably in Hartford to kind of be by the Capitol for the start of the session. And from there, with what I'm trying to do with the Connecticut Liberty Rally, I guess the update really is that Connecticut Liberty Rally started as just a grassroots idea. Start a group to fight for liberty here in the state, and actually to be a resurgence of this idea that liberty is important in the state. And over time, especially with Unmask Our Kids, we needed a fundraising mechanism. We hooked up with the Libertarian Party, and that was good. But what I've really done recently was just kind of make sure I'm being separated from any particular political party, and I'm establishing Connecticut Liberty Rally as a real standalone organization. So that's kind of what the fundraiser is about. That's where I'm heading personally, and with this organization, all the work that I've been doing, I really want to have an organization where we can legitimately fundraise and have an entity to do all those kinds of things, and then be our own lobbyist group, right? Where we could actually do our own billboards and continue on with producing commercials. And I was actually already priced out doing radio ads and things like that, whether it's for unmasking the kids or for other parent issues or just other liberty issues going on in the state of Connecticut. That's what I'm planning on doing with my time as far as the volunteer hours that I put into doing political organizing. So when you're supporting the Connecticut Liberty Rally or Connecticut Parents Unmask Our Kids, that's what you're supporting. You're supporting the efforts that I'm putting forward. I finally got in touch with a good contact for a lawyer that can help me with the legal work, which is kind of what I'm fundraising really specifically for with the Connecticut Liberty Night. And I don't know if a lot of you don't know, but I spend like literally hundreds of dollars a month out of my pocket on running this group, and and that's totally fine. But it would be nice if it wasn't putting the pressure on myself and my business and my income as well. So that's what I'm trying to do with the Connecticut Liberty Rally. I don't plan on backing down anytime soon. The work of Unmask Our Kids still has to go on. Whether we rebranded it to something else or not, it's still about unmasking the kids, giving parents choices, and then expanding out into what other issues we continually can address, like I did with Stop Vaccine Passport CT. That's still an issue. That's when some places are implementing vaccine passports. I already ordered signs for us to be out on the streets outside of those venues, outside at UConn campus for the basketball game, where now you got to have a vaccine card to get in, and any theaters that try to do that. We're going to have action, calling for people to take action, come out and protest on the streets, disrupt these businesses. And I got other really fun events coming up this year as well, because it's not just as much as it's about political change. It's also about community. It's about people gathering, people networking, people connecting. A lot of people like me and all of us, we're being constrained by where we can go with our kids without masks on, or where we can go without a vaccine. And one of the greatest things that we can do, or one of the best benefits of what I've seen and what I've been able, with people gathering around the Liberty Rally, is community, is people making friends and making those connections and knowing they're not alone, and being encouraged by being around other like-minded people. So we want more opportunities for us to do that. So that's what the banquet's about. That's what the concert that I did last September, the Liberty Fest, was about. And I expect to see 2.0 of that coming out for next fall, and plan to have another film night, and we did a comedy night in December. We're going to do more stuff like that throughout the year as well, just those community building things, and try to break things out into more regions around the state so we can gather like-minded people in your area as well. So some of the plans, some of the things I'm going to be talking about, some of the things you could help me figure out and do if you come out to the planning meeting. There'll be more meetings for the Liberty Rally specifically to meet people and to organize and to figure out how we can all do these things together. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little bit of an update about what's important now with the legislative session and unmasking our kids and the vaccine passports, and then also where we're going for the rest of the year, and where I see Connecticut Liberty Rally going as an organization, and formalizing those things this year as well. So anyway, thanks for listening. That's an update. I hope to see you all out at the CT Liberty Night. There's about 100 people going already, so it's going to be a fun night no matter what. Got a great DJ. It's going to be nice dinner, great venue, freedom-minded venue. That's kind of the next big fun thing to do, and expect to see some sign pickups and maybe one or two at least protest dates coming up within the next month as well. If you're not signed up already, please go to ctliberty.org. When you're on our website, please sign up for email updates on there, and I send out, depending on what's going on, about one email a week. Anyway, God bless you guys, and please get politically active this year. It's such an important year. It's an election year. The chance for us to vote out Governor Lamont, vote out all these state legislators that removed religious exemption and continued these emergency orders for 2 years. This is a year for us to really dig in and really see if we can force political change here through advocacy and marketing and lobbying kind of efforts, but also through elections and volunteering for people's campaigns and running for office yourself. So this is an opportunity for you to go down to the RTC and get active in your local Republican town committee and support a candidate, or maybe think about running for office yourself. And if you're a libertarian, you can hook up with the Libertarian Party as well. But just want to make sure everyone's getting active this year and seeing what we can do to change what's happening here politically in the state of Connecticut. Such an important year. So anyway, God bless you guys, and thanks for tuning in.